Good evening, afternoon, still morning. Okay. Good morning. Yeah, I literally was just expecting Sean to come on up because Sean's up. Sean, come on up. No, that's cool.
All right. I just wanted to give you a real quick update from the nominating committee. The nominating committee has continued to meet, and today we passed out several letters to several folks that we are considering for various positions. We're asking them to fill out an application. Once that comes back to us, then we will schedule an interview, and then we will make a determination on whether we bring that name forward to the body for our annual meeting. And that's going to be the process that we use every time that we try to fill this position. You will receive a letter with an application. You'll be expected to fill out that application, and then you will do an interview in person with the team, so that the way we have set this up as the nominating committee has to unanimously approve of every person for whatever position they're nominated for in order for it to even come to the body to vote on. Because if we aren't united in who we choose to come forward to the body, then there's the chance that that person would probably not be selected as well. So I just wanted to give you a quick update. We still are looking at having several positions or several names for positions come to the body for their affirmation on our annual business meeting. Can I answer any questions or anything maybe you might have about the nominating process? All right, with that, if there's no questions, I'll just turn this over to Mike.
Thanks, Sean. Yeah, I've attended some of those meetings. They're doing a lot of good work, so keep them in your prayers. They're trying to do the very best they can for the glory of God, so it's going to be good. So if you get a letter, okay, you should pray about that, because they're working hard at lining up people with their gifts as well as the positions they're asking them to fill. So they're doing a lot of good work, so keep them in your prayers. Okay, so an update from IPM. So we are closing in on the fourth stage of the IPM process. That is called strategic planning. Now, that's going to have a little bit of a different wrinkle just because of your situation. So strategic planning is a 1 to 2 year plan that kind of commences with your new minister coming. So it's kind of the short-term plan that you'll use to kind of, when he comes, get things going in the right direction. So once you put some people on the elder board, I'm going to task them with that process. A lot of times the transition team will do that and then hand that off to the leadership team to do. But because you didn't have that, we're waiting for those people to be elected, and then they'll work on that. So that'll be one of the first things they end up doing, and that will be kind of the, the roadmap for the first year or two when your new minister comes. After that, you can revisit that process and decide where to go next. You might do a 5-year plan, or something like that after that. But that's what that strategic plan for. So that's step 4, and step 5 is the pastor search. Now, normally we run an 18-month process, so I came August the 1st. So we would start the pastor search on August the 1st this year. And it usually runs about 6 months. So that's 12 months plus 6 months, and there you get 18 months, right? Okay, so the only thought I've had about it, and I've not made my mind up yet, but as I, counted on my fingers and toes, I felt like if we start August 1st, by the time we get to the end of the 6 months, it's really bad here. And I'm not sure anybody is going to try to move when it's like we have sun dogs out, So we'll revisit that idea. We may start 30 days earlier, maybe 60 days earlier, to kind of get out in front of that a little bit, to give a little bit better weather to that process, okay? You know, we want to help them move too, so I don't think you want to be hauling stuff when it's 30 below zero outside. Probably not. So we'll see. I'll be talking that over with the interim leadership team, and we'll try to work through that and see what's wise. But obviously, God is superintending that process. He'll work it out the way He wants it to work out. So that's kind of where we are. Do you have any questions about kind of what's on upcoming here? Wow, you're just overwhelming me here with questions. Listen, you're doing good. I consider your chances for the future as very bright. There are several things that make me think that. I'm seeing some serious change in people's lives. God has been working with people in ways that are just absolutely amazing. God is changing people's hearts. You have already done the one major thing that I feel like needed to happen, and that is you started caring about the people outside the walls of this church again. So there's an opportunity to just get that kind of going again. You'll hear about that soon. But once you start caring about where people spend eternity, you're okay. You're going to be just fine. And God has been speaking to some of you about using your spiritual gifts in ways that you hadn't quite thought about, you know, and that's okay. God's going to challenge you in those ways, and you need to respond to that prayerfully and do what He's asking you to do. And then the other thing I see is the young people that you have associated with your church. As I've gotten to know them, they are amazing. You've got some teenagers here that will end up being in leadership positions of this church, and believe me, your future is bright because they are incredible kids. So God is bringing new people into leadership positions. Our Saturday morning group is ongoing. We're kind of about in the middle portion of book 2. We'll finish that here soon and then move into book 3. And that will be the conclusion of the first leadership training class. And we still got most everybody who started with us still there, which is weird, but good. Okay? All right, if there's nothing else, let's head to class. All right?